Willie D live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? District Attorney for Ocean Springs, Jackson County District Attorney, Angel Myers McIlrath. Who is that she's hugged all up on? Well, that's her husband, Scott. That's Scott McIlrath. Now, fam, what does Scott have to do with all of this? I mean, we know we've been talking about Angel because she is the district attorney over the Nolan Wells case. But what does this have to do with Scott? Well, allegedly, Scott is FBI. Yeah, somebody shot me an email saying to check this guy out. He's FBI. And you know the FBI is working on Nolan Wells' case, allegedly. They are investigating his case. And this would be a direct conflict of interest if it was true. But allegedly, ladies and gentlemen, it's not true. Allegedly, it's not true. So here's some information that I found. So first and foremost, let me reiterate, it is not true that her husband is with the FBI. And I'm going to explain to you where the confusion came in at. See, it's important to get it right, whether it's news that you want to hear or not. It's important to get it right. So I wanted to make sure that I got it right, so I did a little digging. And I found out that the public records confirmed that he did spend his entire law enforcement career in local and state law enforcement, right? So he's been in law enforcement for a long, long time. So public records confirm that. Now, he served as a deputy sheriff starting in 1984 and later spent 15 years as the chief investigator for the district attorney's office in the 19th Judicial District of Mississippi before retiring in January 2019. So what happened is online rumors have caused a lot of confusion regarding an FBI connection that stems from two main sources: the FBI National Academy in 2012. Scott graduated from the FBI National Academy in Virginia. This is a prestigious professional development program for local, state, and international law enforcement leaders. But graduation or association with the Academy does not make someone an employee or a special agent of the FBI. The Nolan Wells case. Scott is married to Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McIlrath, who is currently overseeing the high-profile investigation into the death of Nolan Wells, the Mississippi teenager who first went missing and then body was discovered after hanging out with his best friends, these guys who love him so much that they left him on the island all by himself. And then when they found out he was missing, they went home and went to sleep. Yeah, that's what happened. So because the FBI is assisting local authorities with aspects of that case, false claims have circulated on social media platforms misidentifying her husband as an active FBI agent. Following his retirement from law enforcement, Scott transitioned into the private sector and has served as a facilities director for a church on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. That's where we are with Scott. So I picked up the lead, I took a look at it, and I reached a dead end. Scott is not FBI. Now, that would have really been playing in our faces to not be transparent. However, I would not be surprised if Scott was FBI because A lot of these people, they're interconnected. They move the way that they move because everybody knows everybody. I don't think Trayston meant uh, verbatim what he said when he said that they were a tight community. They're a tight knit community. I don't even think that he meant it in that particular way. I think he meant it in the way of, if you mess with somebody here, we're all gonna jump you. We're all gonna get in it. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. I think that's what he meant. Trayston is under the impression that he's one of them. Trayston must don't have any mirrors at home, because what happened to Nolan Wells could have easily happened to him. We're talking about Mississippi, fam. We're talking about one of the most backwoods states in all the states in the history of civilization. You talk about stuck. Don't get caught up in the fancy homes and the yacht boats. Don't get caught up in the buildings, the master plan communities. Don't get caught up in that. Get caught up in their actions. Don't get caught up in their worth. And when I say worth, that ain't for everybody. I'm just saying they usually try to show the people that got money and prestige and hold that up as an example of who Mississippi really are. But the majority of folks out there, they ain't got it like that. They struggling. Mississippi is dead last in damn near every major metric you can think of. They damn near dead last. They are really stuck in the past. And they're still hanging black folks. And now they've changed their mythology to drowning black folks. That's right. I said it. I know y'all understand. Y'all studied you. So I'm going to call a strike and a ball a ball. If it wasn't one of y'all, you'd be saying exactly what I'm saying. This is a cold-blooded case right here, fam. This is cold-blooded. And this woman right here got a lot of explaining to do. She is the one that everybody is looking for to bring justice to this case, to give this family closure. First, justice. And she has been almost non-cooperative. She claims that it was the parents that were not being cooperative, but the parents say, hey, we waiting on you. You called us and gave us a date, a deadline to deliver the phone, and you knew we were out of town. You better believe they know exactly where Nolan's family are at all times. They knew if they were out of town, you better believe they knew they were out of town. And that's the only reason why she asked for them to turn that phone over in the time frame that she gave them, because she knew they could not meet that time frame. And she would have something that she could go to the public with and say, hey, I tried. We trying to get to them. They won't cooperate. What innocent family that's grieving the loss of a child? What innocent parents grieving the loss of a child would refuse to cooperate with authorities if they believe that authorities are genuinely trying to solve the case? It don't even make sense. These people really think we're dumb. It makes zero sense. I'm not buying none of it. All these folks connected. That's why people were so quick to believe that the DA husband was FBI, because they're all interconnected. They all mix and mingle. They hang out with each other. They party with each other. They sleep with each other. They sleep with each other's wives and husbands. They went to school together. They worked together. They vacation together. They hunt together. They swim together. They yacht together. Sometimes they take life together. Man, I know y'all don't like it. I know some of y'all don't like it. Still gonna say it. Yeah, still gonna say it. Strike, strike, and a ball, a ball. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just remember, today is Nolan Wells' birthday. Salute. Prayers going up. No more talk.